Hello, today's project is making the monkey cube or monkey face cube. And it's still the year of the monkey, so I think it's still appropriate. And this will be good for anyone who's a fan of monkeys. Anyway, start off with one sheet of origami paper, and you will need six of the same size. You can vary the colors, but I recommend you use the same color for your first project. So I chose brown because monkeys are usually brownish. Gray and black's appropriate as well. So anyway, first of all, you start off by folding the origami paper in half, like so. And then you'll do it again on the opposite side. So you end up with a cross in the middle, as you can see on both sides. Please continue on folding inwards, color showing outwards, like so, to form a grid. Grid of 16 squares. Okay, well, after you've done that, you want to flip it over onto the colored side if you want the color to be on the outside of the cube, being the main color. So tuck in and fold the corners so that the white is showing, and you want to fold it again into a modified triangle with the corners folded, like so. Okay, and then want to tilt it, making maybe this way so that you have a flat right triangle, and take it so that you're going to fold one line of squares against another to form a corner. So you want to fold down the corner and you'll have a zigzag. You'll do that on the other side as well, so you form another zigzag. Now what we want to do is convert this middle one into a square. So go ahead and fold it in half to form a triangle, pull it out so that it is a sail, just like in making the crane, and then fold it down into a square. So let me repeat that. So we originally had a square face, but we wanted to pull it out and make a sail, flatten that, open the sail, and flatten it into a square. Okay, you should have something like this, a diamond shape with zigzags on the bottom. So take the pointy tip on the bottom and tuck it in and fold it along the lines that you've creased previously. So it makes a nice triangle, as you can see, and bring it down. And now you've got kind of like a flying saucer, zigzag flying saucer. Okay, now this part is going to become the monkey face. But before we cut it, and I know it's not traditional to cut and paste, but it makes for a nicer looking product. So before we do that, we want to make the corners of the cube. So go ahead and fold a small triangle, and then raise it up to the grid that you've made previously. This will become the corners and the corners of your cube. So you should have a product that looks like this. Okay, actually it's upside down. It's going to, once the face is cut, it'll yes, that's right, that will be the face. So you will need 6 of these units, And I'll show you now how to make the face. So we will take a pair of scissors and cut maybe past the halfway line along the outside of a square. So do the same on the other side. And the caution here is to find scissors that's going to cut straight along that line. You don't want it to be on either of the sides. You really do want to cut right along the line. And once you've made those cuts, this becomes the side, or what I call the sideburns of the monkey, and bottom tip will become the hairline. So like so. And then we don't want a pointy head, so we want to tip that in. Again, makes for a M-shaped, right? M-shaped hairline. And then, of course, we don't want a pointy chin, so we want to tuck that in, flip it over and tuck that in for the chin. Now, seeing that there's a lot of brown here, and we want to contrast the head with the background, we're going to tuck this in. This is usually the ears for the rabbit face, but we're going to tuck that in, and that's going to become the background. So at this point, we are ready to glue. So we'll take our glue, put a little dab, because we don't really want, see, already I showed that there's a little bit too much glue here. Just a little dab, and then a little dab on the inside, just really barely a dot to fold down and keep the hairline straight. You may glue the sideburns, but I usually don't glue any more than I have to. Now you have at least a hairline. We take now a pen, and we can draw some eyes and a nose. And I like to have my monkey look a little surprised. You can choose how you want your monkey to look, but that's my surprise monkey. And after 6 units, the hard part now is to assemble. But at least now you have a face. Okay. At this point, I will show you how to assemble. I have made 5 other units, 5 additional units, and we will connect them. So first thing you want to do is, when you have two units, one of these squares, white squares, is going to become the bottom. Okay, so like so, it's a T shape now. Okay, we let that be. Do not glue beyond this point. I've glued it and made a terrible mistake, because then I couldn't undo it and adjust it. So no additional glue is necessary. And now here's another opportunity to make a square background. So we connect it this way. Now you have 3 units, and look at this. Well, how we're going to do is now tuck it so that this other square becomes a top. This one becomes a side, and now we have a corner. As you can see, we have three units connected, and there's the top corner in a nice triangle. Okay, that's the beauty of these units. There is a logic in how they're connecting. So I'll keep connecting where it's logical. Let's see, here's another opportunity for a white background. And now at this point, however, we're going to fold back this white corner so we can tuck it in to make the top of another unit. So there we go. Now we have 4 units connected. Okay, you see that how it's now a box. Okay, we'll just keep connecting another white background. That closes, finishes, and then another top of the monkey. Yes, the assembly is really the key. The units are easy to make relatively. It's really the assembly that takes a lot of care and finesse and 3D thinking. So here's another chance for a top of the monkey. So it's a double tuck. Now we're almost done. As you can see, there's only one unit left, and we'll see which side will take a background there. And so this is going to be the top. Well, I'll leave that till last because it's easiest if we leave the top to last. Now you have a choice here, and it can go either way. Tuck it in at the top. I see I did not make that corner, that fold very tight, so now it's harder to assemble. And here finally, the last tuck into the top of a monkey face. And you want to do this as much as possible without creating too many additional creases or crunches into the paper. Again, it's best if you can touch it the least, if that makes any sense. Try to do it without touching it so much. So there you go. We have a monkey cube. And if you go around, you'll see that the faces are in different orientation. Now you can go back and touch it up if you'd like, but I would just leave it. And you notice that each face is different. It's custom, and it makes a nice gift for birthdays and holidays, and very appropriate for monkey year person, and celebrating monkey year all year. There you go.